Monday, January 4th, 2010.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Facebook Daily Newscast. I'm your patriot, Josh Harris, and Happy New Year to all those out there that we haven't seen yet in 2010. You know, yes, we had some big things in 09 that happened for us. We got the fan page launched, so if you didn't know, go to Facebook, become a fan. We got the YouTube page launched. Go to YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube page, and you know, we got some big things in working in 2010. We're working with ATG Radio now. You know, big ups to DJ JQ, Inferno, Advance, all those guys out there. We're doing the live internet radio show with them. You know, we got some big plans for 2010. So it's 2010, and we still getting it in. Let's move right into our top story of the day. Rush returns. Rush Limbaugh back out of the hospital, right back on the air. If you didn't know, last week he was hospitalized because he was having some severe chest pains. So he went to the emergency room to be treated, and turns out Rush is okay, which is a good thing. We don't want to wish pain or suffering upon anyone, so I'm happy that Rush is okay. You know, but when he held his press conference after he was released, Rush goes on to say that his recent interaction with the healthcare system proves that we don't need healthcare reform in America. The system works just fine. Who would have thunk that if you have a couple extra $1 million lying around in the bank account, healthcare is just fine for you? Sad but true. Moving right along, our other next story of the day, Charlie Sheen. Yes, Charlie Sheen got arrested. And why is it interesting? It's only particularly interesting to me because I was watching TV on the internet the other day on Hulu, and you know, they show those little ads in between, just one ad here and there for commercial breaks, and there's an ad that pops up about feeding children in Africa. And who's looking all sad and stuff? None other than this guy.
Looks like the type of guy that might assault his wife with a knife to me.
Yes, Charlie Sheen. I mean, he looks suspicious to me from the get-go. I'm not sure if he's the person that I would want pushing for people to send donations to children that are starving. The guy who assaults his wife with a knife, not my top pick. Moving right along, next story, Minnesota. Senator Amy Klobuchar visit Afghanistan. She actually is in Afghanistan, and she visited the troops. She sat and ate with troops from Minnesota. She met with General McChrystal, the man in charge in Afghanistan, and she also met with President Hamid Karzai in Afghanistan. So she's out there, you know, attempting to be diplomatic and support the war in Afghanistan and visit the troops. So big ups to Senator Amy Klobuchar for doing that and making that trip out to Afghanistan. Moving right along, in other news, who's not done yet? Tiger's not done. Tiger's not done yet. Tiger, let's take a look at this. Really, Tiger. I mean, ladies, is that sexy to you? I mean, if you like it, I love it, I guess, you know. However you like it. If you like Tiger, go after that, you know. So I had a Tiger for you. I'm not sure if it's the best thing he should have done, but he did it. Sad, but true. Dubai, out in UAE, United Arab Emirates, Dubai opened the world's tallest building today. They have an observation deck on the 124th floor. That's a really tall building, 124 stories. You know, that's a really big building. So they're doing big things out in Dubai. You know, they're constantly expanding. They're constantly making the world more beautiful. And let's talk about our last story of the day. If you didn't know, Christmas Day there was an attempted terrorist attack in Detroit where a man apparently strapped explosives to his underwear, lined his underwear with explosives, went on a plane, and as the plane was landing, he attempted to set him off in the bathroom or something like that, and pretty much burned his balls, which wasn't really smart in the first place. But turns out it was a failed terrorist attack. So I'm listening to, you guys know I listen to the news on the radio, I watch the news, I read the newspaper. So I'm listening to Mike Gallagher this morning, and he's talking about how he thinks that we should start racial profiling people that are Muslim or of Muslim descent. Males particularly, ages 18 to 28. And I asked you guys some questions. I asked you guys what you thought about that. So this is some of the feedback we got from Facebook.
Samantha says, at this point, if white, blonde, short girls ages 21 and 25 were doing things to weaken the safety of others on airplanes, I'd be okay with them racially profiling me. Keelan says, how would you do it? Look for Arabs, Africans, Asians? What do you do when you miss a John Walker Lynn or a Timothy McVeigh? Seth says, when running security for a major operation, you have to be aware of history. That's a huge part of any training, from low-level TSA to the best Mossad agents. It's a shame it has to be this way because I can't imagine how uncomfortable it would be to get pulled aside because my skin was a little darker and I was growing a beard that week.
I appreciate you guys for your comments. Thank you guys for feedback. If you guys that want to send any more comments, you're more than welcome to comment on the video, comment on my page, comment on the fan page, the discussion topic. We'll add a discussion topic for it. Here's what I have to say. It was Benjamin Franklin who said, I love quotes. If you know me, I love quotes. Benjamin Franklin said, those who would sacrifice liberty to gain a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety. What does he mean? Yeah, people do bad things. We simply create a perfect society if we want. All we got to do is chain everyone to trees. And that way we won't have to worry about anyone committing any bad acts. So let's just do that. Oh wait, we'd be giving up all of our freedoms to do that. But it's okay for us to say that we're going to just profile the people, because there's been bad people who are Muslims. Well, if we're going to do that, let's go all across the board and let's profile the bad people that were Christians, the bad people that were white guys, bad people that were white women, the bad people that were whatever. Let's profile them all. Let's profile people that look like this.
This guy looks normal to me. Oh, wait a second. That's Timothy McVeigh, the Oklahoma City bomber. And Jim Jones, who orchestrated the slaying of over 900 Americans. Drove a car bomb into an abortion clinic in 2006. This guy shot and killed a doctor outside of his church for performing abortions. And we can't forget about these guys. Take away the robes and the swastikas, and they look like your average Joe Schmo.
And what I'm saying here is that people do bad things. You can't just profile an entire religion of people. You can't do it, because there's extreme people in all races, religions, and creeds that do bad things. Sad, but true. So let's actually put some thought into some of the things that we say today. Alright? Thank you for tuning in to Facebook Daily News. I'm your Patriot, Josh Harris. I'll see you guys tomorrow.